then I for sure will not be happy. And I've learned this from experience over time. I didn't know what to call it for a very long time. And that's what it is for me. On the flip side, 9.9 times out of 10, if you consider me, then even if I don't want to do that thing, I'll do it because you showed me that you loved me. So, okay, so that's that. So my acknowledgement of that would be, oh, thank you so much for asking me. I appreciate it. It makes me feel like you're considering me and respecting me. Or I feel so loved when you whatever. And so the art of acknowledgement is not just affirming or talking about the thing that they did for you. The magic in that is the why. Why are you acknowledging it? Why are you expressing it? Why it makes me feel loved? Why it makes me feel special? Why it makes me feel like you respected me and you considered me? Why it makes me feel like it's just you and me in this moment? Or I still feel like you're a girl, or I still feel like you're a guy. Whatever it is, the why is the communication, the effective communication to them about what you need and why they hear it and why it's effective is because they hear it in a positive way. It's like an affirmation, it's a positive acknowledgement of what they've said, done, offered, given. And so they feel good about being your person, your spouse, your partner. They feel like, oh, I know how to love them. I feel good about, ooh, I love them good today, right? We get a positive like boost for the partner that we are when we get acknowledged. And also, we get specific information from you in a way that's positive so we can hear it and we log it in our memory on both sides, right? And men especially benefit from this because they really do want to know. They really do want to know what you need, but they can't hear it. And I can't either. Women can't hear it either as well. When we are what I like to call fight telling or argument telling or frustration telling or complaining telling or needy telling. Why don't you ever do this? How come you never do that? I told you I need this 5 million times. How come you never do it? Why are you doing that? I need this. Whatever we say in a negative way, if anybody has any kind of love or respect for us or just a love for us, and I speak from my own personal experience as well, if I love anyone, if I love my partner in any kind of way, when they are upset or they are telling me I'm not loving them in a certain way, I feel two things. For number one, I feel like I'm not enough, which a lot of men complain about in my clinical practice. And number two, I feel like I have no idea. I think I know how to love you. I know I love you, so I'm trying to love you. But obviously, I have no idea. Please help me. But when you tell me in a yelling way, it just goes because all I hear is the person that I love is upset with me. And now I feel bad. It's negative. If we have any kind of negativity in our own head already, we go into a spin. Everyone who I know does that. Everyone does that, including me. So, what I found in my practice and in my own life, because I've put this into practice in my own life every single day, and the more I learn, the more I do. So, I acknowledge. What I found is that when I acknowledge everything, as much as possible, it takes practice over time because we're not trained to do this. But if we start to do it, I would say start with 1 to 3 times a day. If you can point out and acknowledge something that someone's doing for you that you really love, that you appreciate, that you are happy about, or that is your actual love language, ways of loving and loving, you will be amazed how quickly, sometimes within a day, a couple of days, definitely a week if you do it consistently every day, how your relationship will 180. If you didn't feel connected in the beginning of that week, you will feel connected. They don't even know why, but they will feel connected to you. Why will they feel connected? Because they feel good about themselves in the relationship. They feel good about who they are as a partner to you. And you feel good because you're getting what you need. And you're remembering, for us on the acknowledgement side, we're remembering, oh, this is why I love this person. Oh, this is why I married them. Or this is why I'm with them for this long. This is why I stay. Because we do forget when we don't acknowledge. It's just like positive the things that happen every day in our lives. We're like this. Oh yeah, the sun's shining. Oh yeah, I feel good when I woke up. Oh yeah, I got a good night's sleep. But the minute something negative happens, it gets erased. It's like whoosh, gone. And all we remember is that stupid person in traffic, or all we remember is we spilled our coffee, or all we remember is somebody said something in a sassy way to us, or our kids aren't listening to us, or whatever it is. Oh, it's a shitty day. It's a bad day. We don't remember all of the good stuff because we don't acknowledge it. We notice it, but we don't acknowledge. And that's exactly what happens in relationship. And when that happens, then we forget why we're there. And then we start to think, why am I even with this person? Why am I even in this relationship? They are doing a lot of really good things, nice things for us. You are doing really good things and nice things for them. Sometimes they're noticing but not acknowledging, and vice versa. And but more oftentimes, we're loving the way that we know how to love, but it's actually not the way they need to feel loved. They know we love them, but they don't feel loved. And my example about this is my affection one. So I grew up in a family that's acts of service and um, acts of service and oh shoots, sorry, I can't remember. Um, but not affection. Although I live in Hawaii and we are raised by Native Hawaiian grandmothers and families, that we do kiss hello when we see each other. That's the affection that we get. But we don't get a lot of hugs. We don't get a lot of, oh, affirmation. So my family doesn't do affirmation. We don't get a lot of hugs. We don't, we, after a certain age, you get told, like, stop, basically stop being so affectionate because if we're affectionate kid, you're all over everybody. And they're like, that's enough after a certain age. So I always thought my need for affection was too much because I was told that as a child, and then I was told that in relationships. So I basically settled for less for a long time because I thought I was the problem, and not that they were the problem. I was just choosing a relationship that didn't have what I needed. So when I did realize that, it was at the top of my list. And ironically, I ended up with somebody whose affection level is like 10 times more than my own. So I'm never lacking in affection. Right? But yet I still acknowledge because the way that I need affection is different from the way they need affection. So my the specific things that make me feel like, and this is the way that I know how I'm feeling love is that when it happens, I go, oh, inside, internally, and sometimes physically outwardly. But most of the time inside, my whole body goes, oh, they love me. And so those are the things that I acknowledge. And what I've learned over time is that the more that I acknowledge the things that I really need or that makes me feel really loved or makes me happy, the more that I get it. It's I call it magic and osmosis, but it's basically reciprocity, right? Where if you give acknowledgement for something, they're going to want to give it back to you or they want to keep giving it to you. For the men that I've treated over the years in my clinical practice, is that they finally feel like they know, they have the guidebook. And not only that, when they do it, they get a positive acknowledgement for it. And they feel so good and they feel like the man and they feel like, I know what I'm doing. I know how to love her, right? I know how to love you or him if it's a him. And so then they do more of it. Because if they love you at all, they're going to want you to feel loved. They just want to know how to do it. And again, they can't hear you when you're fight telling, needy telling, whatever, whiny telling, argument telling, right? And so this is what I want anybody who sees this to practice. Practice it 1 to 3 times a day. Start noticing and being intentional about what you acknowledge, and you will be amazed at how much you get more of what you need. So that's all I wanted to say today. It was, inspired by a few things this week that have happened. And it's a reminder every day because I do it every day. And if I don't, I find that I'm not being as consistent, the connection shifts. If you want more connection, you want more love, you want to feel more of your ways of loving and love needs consistently in your relationship, and you want to have a relationship that feels more connected overall, you will do this. Okay, Dr. K, Kalani Wahine, signing off. Take care of you. Do it. Be intentional.